Question 1. The ratio of the number of adults to the number of children at the zoo was 2:1. There were 885 boys and 637 girls at the zoo. Altogether, how many people were at the zoo? Okay guys, can we see that the adults is actually 2 units and the children will be 1 unit? Okay, so let's write down. So there were 885 boys and 637 girls. So these boys and girls, if you add them up, that will give us the children. Am I right? So we know that 1 unit is going to give us 885 plus 637. And we will get 1522. So to find all the peoples at the zoo, that will be a total of 2 plus 1, 3 units. Okay? So 3 units will be just 1522 times 3. And I will get 4566. Okay? And that's the answer. Alright, question 2, right, is quite a popular question. Okay? So John wrote a decimal. So he wanted to multiply it by 4. Okay, so I'll let this be the decimal. Okay, I just put a circle with a D inside. So he's supposed to multiply it by 4. And to get this is the answer, right? But instead, he multiplied by 7. Probably he pressed wrongly. Okay, so he took this decimal and he multiplied by 7 and he got the answer as 1.05. Okay, so guys, what is the correct answer? So we have to work backwards. So we find what is the decimal first. So the decimal, if it's times 7, give you 1.05, right? So to find this decimal, isn't it just take 1.05 divided by 7? So we have 0.15. And for this 0.15, right? Okay, to find the actual answer, I'll just times 4 because it's supposed to times 4 in the first place. Okay, so 0.15 times 4, the answer will be 0.6. Question 3. Mr. Lee wants to fence his rectangular farm measuring 550 meters by 350 meters. The fence costs $15 per meter. How much does he have to pay in total to fence his rectangular farm? Okay guys, the rectangular farm is 550 meters by 350 meters. So what we need to find, right, is the perimeter. Okay, so the perimeter equals to 550 plus 550 plus 350 plus 350. So add up all the 4 sides together. Okay, what do we get is this. We have 1,800 meters. So if 1 meter costs $15, the total cost for him to fence up his entire rectangular farm, isn't it just 1800 times $15? Okay, so the answer will be $27,000. Okay, question 4. Joe had $4,315 more than Kim at first. Then Kim gave Joe $268. So how much more money did Joe have than Kim at the end? So what we need to do is just to draw the model. Okay guys, you take note. For this question, right, we are only required to find the difference, okay, between the more money that the two of them have. But we are not required to find out how much money Joe have or how much money Kim has, because it's impossible to find. Okay, so do not fall into the trap to try to find the amount of money Joe and Kim have. So Joe has this amount more than Kim. So this is 4,315. Okay, then if Kim gave Joe $286, okay, so where is the $286? It should be somewhere here, right? Okay, so this is after. So this 268 is going to come here. Am I right? So what's going to happen is this. So Joe will have an extra $268. Okay, and for Kim will be left with this amount because you have to take away this 268. Okay, then at the end, right, can you see that Joe, we have 268 here, then this is 4315. So how much more money did Joe have than Kim at the end? Can you see that this is the difference? You just have to add up 268 plus 4315 plus 268. Okay, and that will be $4,851. Okay, question 5, right guys? Study the following solid. Draw its front view and the side view on the square grid below. Guys, to draw the front view, right? Okay, can you see that we have to look at from the front? Okay, so if you look from the front, right, can you see that it's this view? So you imagine you try to look through here. Okay, so you have you will end up having two. Let's say the first column, right? You have two levels. Okay, and then the second column you have 1, 2 as well, 2 columns, and the third column you have 1 at the base, right? But you see at the back down here there's another 1, right? So if you look from the front view, you should see something like first column got 2, second column got 2, three column got 2. So end up you have something like this. Okay, you draw a 3 by 2 rectangle. Okay, so if you look from the side view here, right guys, side view, can you see that for the first column you have 1 at the bottom, then the second column is 2, 2 and 2. So if you draw the side view, it's supposed to be 1 from the left, then 2, 2 and also 2. Okay, so it goes like this. Question 6. In a class, 3/5 of the pupils are girls. Okay guys, I think it's a good practice for us to just take note. Okay, the 3/5 of the pupils, it means that 5 belongs to the pupils. Okay, that means for pupils we draw 5 units, and for this 3 on top, it refers to the girls. So the girls is 3 units. So that means out of 5 units, 3 units are girls, so 2 units are boys. Okay, and 1/6 of the girls and 3/4 of the boys wear spectacles. Okay, so what fraction of the pupils wear spectacles? Okay, guys, I'm going to show you in this case, we are not going to use model. We're going to use this method called branching. It is much faster. Okay, so just let me show it to you. So first of all, right, we have a fraction. Okay, total for a fraction is 1 whole, and the 1 whole is being splitted into, if 3/5 are the girls, right, that means 2/5 are the boys. Okay, so it should be like that. So this will be 2/5, it will be the boys, and 3/5 will be the girls. Okay, and the girls is further splitted up into 6 units. Okay, so it's splitted up into 1/6 and another 5/6. Okay, that will be 1 whole of the girls, right? So this 1/6 of the girls wear spectacles. So spectacles, no spectacles. Okay, then for the boys, right, it is 3/4 of the boys wear spectacles. And of course 1/4 no spectacles, right? So what fraction of the pupils wear spectacles in this case? So we can just find this. Okay, guys, how to find the fraction of boys with spectacles? We have to take this times this. Okay, just take these two fractions times together. That will be 3/4 times 2/5. Can use your calculator, or even if you do it mentally, or you work it out, it shouldn't be so difficult. Okay, so it will be 3/10. And the other side, right guys, I want the girls with spectacles, so that will be 1/6 times 3/5. Okay, and that will give us, you can cancel 1/10. Okay, So the total fraction of pupils who wear spectacles, it will be the boys with spectacles plus the girls with spectacles. So it's 3 over 10 plus 1 over 10. Okay, so 3 over 10 plus 1 over 10, that will give us 4 over 10. Remember to change it to the simplest form. 2 over 5 is the answer, right? Okay, question 7. In a crate, 2/5 of the fruits were apples and the rest were pears. So half of the apples and 74 pears from the crate were sold. So there were then a total of 150 apples and pears left in the crate. What was the total number of apples and pears in the crate at first? Okay guys, can you see this? If 2 over 5 of the fruits, right, it means that the fruits will be 5 units and the apples will be 2 units. So the pear has to be 3 units. Okay, so we can do a before after. Okay, so before I have how many apples? So apples would be 2 units. And pears will be 3 units. Okay, clear with this, right? Okay, then after that I sold half of the apples. Okay, so this is after. So sold half to the apples means that only 1 unit is left. Okay, and for the pears, right, by right I have this amount, right? Okay, but now I am left with this amount because 74 are gone. Okay, because 74 pairs are gone. So end up down here, right, I have 150 fruits left. Okay guys, can you see something? Okay, this 150 is this 1 unit plus the pair, right? Okay, but can you see that if I plus 74 into this 150, right, I will get 4 units because 1 unit here, and if I plus 74 here, I get these 3 units, okay, down here, right? So we can say that 4 units equals to 150 plus 74, that will be 224. So 1 unit, it will be 224 divided by 4. I have 56. And at the start, right, I have 5 units of fruits. So I can just take 56 times 5. I have 280 in total. Question 8. Guys, question 8 is actually quite straightforward. So you follow through with me. The figure below shows square ABEF and rectangle BCDE. Find the sum of angle X and angle Y. Guys, can you see that this is a square? ABEF is a square. So this is 90 degrees, am I right? Okay, so if this is 90 degrees, right, and this, you have a diagonal cutting across, so this angle Y, isn't it half of 90? So you can say that angle Y equals to 90 minus 45, that will give us 45 degrees. And if you look at angle X, this is 90, okay? So angle X, isn't it just 90 minus 21? I have 69 degrees. So angle X plus angle Y, it will be just 45 plus 69. I have 114 degrees. Okay, question 9. Okay guys, we have the table here. So the bar graph below shows the favorite colors of all the students in each school, and each student was only allowed to choose one favorite color, right? So guys, for red, right, first of all, we have to just read off, like, you have to read carefully and make sure that you read correctly, guys. For red, right, can you see that it's somewhere here? So it is 300. Okay, red is 300, so we write it down here. And for blue, blue goes through here, it is 240. And for green, green, if you read properly, green has to be 420. And then for yellow, right? Yellow, it will be, if you read it properly, it will help if you use a ruler, okay? So it will be 60. Okay, so what is the ratio? What is the ratio of the number of students who choose red to the number who choose blue to the number who choose yellow? So red, blue, yellow. Okay, so red will be 300. So isn't the answer just 300 is still blue? Blue is 240 and is to yellow 60. Can you see that all can be divided by 60? So end up you have 5 is to 4 is to 1. Okay. Now for part B, Mr. Tan bought t-shirts for all the students in the school in their favorite color. The total amount collected from the sales of t-shirts was $10,710. So given that the cost of each t-shirt was the same, find the cost of each t-shirt. So guys, we just need to find out how many t-shirts are there altogether. 300 plus 240 plus 420 plus 60. So we just need to add up. We have 1,020 t-shirts. And all together, he spent $10,710. So $10,710 divided by 1020. Okay, each t-shirt will cost us $10.50. Question 10. 744 girls and 1,498 boys signed up for a mathematics competition. So on the actual day of the competition, some boys were absent. As a result, the ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys taking part in the competition was 6:11. So how many boys were absent for the competition? Okay guys, we can draw a before and after. So before I have lesser girls and I have more boys, okay? So I can just draw it. So boys and girls. Okay, so boys will be more, which is 1498. Let me just erase this. Okay, so 1498. And for the girls, it's about half. So I have about 744. And guys, after, right? Okay, because some boys were absent, so the boy has to be smaller. Okay, but the girls, all of the girls attended. So when you draw the girls, right? Okay, you will still draw the same amount. And the girls will be how many units? If you look at the ratio, the girls to the boys taking part, the girls is 6 units. So this is 6 units. You can just draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the boys would be 11 units. Okay. Of course, it has to be shorter. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So what we can say is that, and this gap here is the boys that were absent. Okay. So we know that the girls 6 units is the same as this number. Okay, because all the girls came for the competition. So 6 units gives us 744. So 1 unit will give us 744 divided by 6. 124. So how many boys were there at the end? 11 units, right? So 11 units, 124 times 11, I will get 1368. Sorry, 1364. And guys, 1364 is 11 units, so it's smaller than 1498, right? So the difference will be the boys who were absent. So 1498 minus 1364. I can get the answer as 134. So 134 boys were absent for the competition. Question 11. Okay, this is quite an easy 5-mark questions for you to score the marks, because it's just a before and after. So we have this question here. Jake and Kim had a total of $3,139 at first. After Jake spent $254 and Kim spent $185, Jake had 4 times as much money as Kim had left. How much money did Jake have at first? Okay, so what we need to do, right, is that draw the before and after model. So this is before. So I know that Jake and Kim, they had a total of $3,139 at first. Okay, and for after, right, I know that Jake will have 4 times as much money as Kim had left. So Jake, I will draw how many units? 4. Okay, then Kim will be 1 unit. So just need to draw this. Jake, 4 units. And Kim would be just 1 unit. And the key thing is here. We are not given the total amount they have at the end, but we can calculate. They both had 3,139. So if Kim spent 254, so we minus 254. And sorry, if Jake spent 254 and Kim spent 185, what I need to do is just to take 3,139 minus 254 minus 185. And isn't that the total for after, right? So 3,139 minus 254 minus 185, I have 2,700. Okay, then we can conclude that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units will give us 2,700. So we want to find Jake, right? So we find Jake after. Jake after is 4 units. So 1 unit will be 2,700 divided by 5, 540. Okay, and 4 units would be 4 times 540. That will be 2,160. Okay, and we want to find Jake at first, right? Because Jake spent 254. Okay, if Jake spent $254, to find Jake for the before, right, isn't it just we take 4 units and then we plus back the money that he spent, which is 254. Okay, so the answer in this case, it will be just 2,160 plus 254. Okay, and I'll get the answer as 2,414. Question 12. Okay, this is a popular O-level questions. Please follow through on how to do it, okay? The figure below shows a rectangular piece of paper with one of its corner folded. So find the area of the shaded triangle. So guys, the area of the shaded triangle is very easy because you have the base, you have the height, okay? So for part A, right, the answer is as simple as half times 4 times 4. That will give us 8 square centimeter. Okay, the second question, right, is the harder part. Okay, let me tell you what most people will do. Okay guys, most people, what they will do, right, is this. Okay, the length of the paper is 23 cm and the breadth is 8 cm. So what is the greatest number of such triangles that can be cut out from this piece of paper? Okay, so what most people will do is this. They will take 23 times 8. Okay, 23 times 8, which they will get 23 times 8, 184. Then after that, 184 is the total area of the rectangle paper, right? So they will take 184 divided by the area of each triangle. Okay, and then they find the answer. But guys, this is exactly wrong. You never do this, okay? In fact, most of the students will do this and then they'll get this question wrong. When you do this, right, basically you are not calculating the total number of triangles that can be cut out, because what you do is that there are some remainders. What we do is that if you use this method, you are imagining that we are cutting the remaining paper into tiny pieces so we can form the shape of a triangle. But we don't want, we want a full triangle, so we cannot use this method. Okay, so what we need to do, right, is that, okay, can you see that each triangle, it comes from a perfect square. Okay, and a perfect square will have 4 cm, 4 by 4 cm. So can we see on the graph how many squares can we form? Okay, this 8 cm, to form a square, I need a side of 4 cm, right? So what I'll do here is that 8 divided by 4, I get 2. So I can form two squares here, like this. Okay, and for 23 cm here, right, how many squares can I form? I'll take 23 divided by 4. I can form only 5, then I have a remainder 3 cm. Okay, so if you can see, I'll just show it to you. So the second row, so second column, third column, fourth column, and the fifth column. So I can form 5 sets of squares here, but there is a 3 cm here that I have to discard, because I cannot cut out a 4 by 4 cm square with this strip of 3 cm. Okay, so when we do this method, right, this wrong method here, we are imagining that we cut this into smaller pieces so we can piece up a triangle. Okay, that means it won't be a full triangle. It's like, you know, you cut into smaller pieces to get the triangle. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So in this case, I know that I'll form two squares here, and on the length I can form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can form 5 squares. So all in all, I will get 5 times 2, which is 10 squares. And guys, 10 squares means that I can form 20. 10 times 2 equals to 20 triangles. Am I right? Okay, so this is the answer. So from this length, from this rectangular paper, right, the most triangle that I can cut out, it has to be 20. Okay, let me just recap the method again. Guys, look at the side of the rectangle. So you divide by the side of a square. You see how many squares you can cut out here, and you see how many squares that you can cut out here. So the total number of squares that you can cut out will be this number times this number. And please take note, one square gives you 2 triangles. So in the end, you have to times 2 to get the number of triangles. Okay? Alright guys, question 13. This question is very simple if you were to draw the correct model. Ali and Ben had 213 stems. So Ali and Clement had 270 stems. The ratio of the number of stems Ben had to the number of stems Clement had was 4:7. Okay, so guys, what can we say? It tells us that Ben is basically 4 units and Clement will have 7 units. Okay, now we are ready to draw the model. Can you see Ali and Ben? Okay, so Ali, can I just draw a unit? This is Ali. So Ali plus Ben is Ali plus 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, I have Ali plus Clement. Okay, and of course, this Ali plus Ben is 2, 1, 3. So now I'll draw Ali plus Clement. So this is Ali. So Clement will be 7 units, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Ali plus Clement will be 270. So guys, can you all see the difference? The difference is 3 units, right? So 3 units will be also, it will be equivalent to the difference of 270 and 213, right? Okay, so 270 minus 213, I will have 57. Okay, and 1 unit, of course, it will be 57 divided by 3. Okay, I have 19. So to find out how many does Ali have, right? I go and find 4 units. So 4 units will be 4 times 19, that will be 76. Okay, then I take 213 minus of 4 units, I'll get back Ali. Okay, so that will be this case 213 minus of 76, I will get 137. Okay, so that's the answer. Alright guys, let's look at this. We are supposed to find the area of the shaded part, okay, but we need to be mindful that this figure is made up of 2 squares. Alright guys, in this case, right, you see, if you are very focused on the question, right, you might get it wrong, okay, because when they ask you to find the shaded part, right, okay, and if you just want to find the area of the shaded part, you probably will not be able to find it, okay, because there are not enough information. But we can actually go around the questions to get the answer, because they want to find the shaded part, right? So instead of finding the shaded part directly, right, we can also find the total area and we minus the unshaded part. Do you see it? And what is the total area, guys? The total area we can find, right, is just 2 squares, right? 2 squares. And one square is side 15, the other square is side 7. Okay. And guys, the unshaded part, can you all see that it's just this? It's a perfect right angle triangle, and you can, of course, you can find the base and you can find the height. And for this, the other unshaded triangle, you can also find the base and height. So what we can do here is that we can find the total area. Total area, isn't it 15 times 15 plus 7 times 7? So let me calculate. I have 274, right? And we can find the unshaded area, right? Unshaded area, isn't it just half times 15 times 15? That will be this. Okay, and also half times the base. What is the base here? 15 plus 7 equals to 22. Then same thing, I have half times 22 times 7. Okay, so use your calculator, you can find out quite easily. I will have 189.5, so I have a decimal. But if you have a decimal, it's perfectly alright, okay? Don't worry. So at the end, right guys, we just need to find the shaded. The shaded, isn't it just, we take the total, which is 274 minus 189.5. And I'll get the answer as 84.5 cm squared. Okay, that's it. Okay, question 15. Guys, question 15 is a layering method, okay? Because a baker bought some eggs. She used 1/4 of the eggs to bake tarts, 92 eggs to bake muffins, and 2/3 of the remaining eggs to bake cupcakes. Okay, so you see, when you have fraction of the remaining, the best way to represent this is by layering method. Okay, and after that, she still had 36 eggs. How many eggs did the baker buy? Okay, so very easy 4 marks to get if you were to draw the correct layering method. Okay, so first of all, we draw a long model. Okay, she used 1/3 of the eggs to bake tarts, so divide this into 3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So she used 1/3 to bake tarts. Then after that, she used another 92. I don't know how much is 92. Maybe I just write down this part to bake muffins. And guys, this is the remainder, right? Okay. So this remaining, because she used 2/3 of the remaining, I will move this down to the second layer. Okay, so this will be, I'll divide this into 3. Okay, and 2/3 she used to bake cupcakes, and she still has 36 left. So can you see that 36 is actually 1 unit in the second layer? Okay, so what we do is that, okay, now we look at this layer first. This layer will be, I want to find 1 unit equals to 36. So 3 units will be 36 times 3. That will be 108. Now we are ready to move up to the first layer. Right guys, how do we move up to the first layer? Can you see that this is actually 108? So if I plus back 92, that will give us 2 units for the first layer. Right? So I can say 2 units for the first layer equals to 108 plus 92. That will give us 200. So the total number of eggs will be the entire 3 units for the first layer. Okay, so 1 unit will be 200 divided by 2, 100, and 3 units will be 3 times 100. I'll get 300. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, question 16. A rectangular tank measuring 150 cm by 70 cm by 85 cm high was 2/3 filled with water. So Mrs. Tan poured 12 pails of water, each containing the same volume of water, into the tank. In the end, there was 615 liters of water in the tank. So what was the volume of water in each pail? Give your answer in liters. Okay guys, the key thing here, right, is that you see the rectangular tank, right? We can find the volume, correct? So what we can do is that the volume of the tank equals to 150 times 70 times 85. So I can get the total volume, which is 892500 cubic centimeter. Okay, then next, because the tank is only 2/5 filled with water, right? So what is actually being filled with water? So the volume of water, it is just 2/5, means we just take 2/5 times 892500. Okay, so I'll get 357000 cm cube. Okay, so so there is a 357,000 cubic centimeter of water inside this tank. Then in the end, when I pour in 12 pails of water, right, the volume increased to 615 liter. Okay, so 615, right, guys, what I can do is that 615 liter, I will change it to 615,000 cubic centimeter, because 1 liter is 1000 cubic centimeter. Okay, so what I can do now, right, is this. Okay, the water initially is 357,000, then at the end is 615,000. So that means the difference must have come from this 12 pail of water. Okay, so what I will do here is this. So 615,000 minus 357,000, I will get 258,000 cubic centimeter. Okay, then what is the volume of each pail? Okay, this is actually 12 pails. So 12 pails is 258,000. So 1 pail will be just 258,000 divided by 12. I will get 21500 cubic centimeter. But guys, please take note, the questions wants you to express in liters. Okay, so we just divide by 1000. Okay, you can use your calculator to do so, or you can just shift the decimal point. So it will be just 1.5 liter. Okay, and that's the answer. Okay, question 17. Mr. Lau bought a tennis racket and a bag at discounted prices. He spent a total of $168.75 on 2 items, and the ratio of the amount Mr. Lau paid for the tennis racket to the amount he paid for the bag was 2:1. So we can say that the tennis racket is 2 units and the bag is 1 unit. Okay, so in this case, right, if you want to find the cost of the bag after the discount, right, it's quite straightforward. We just need to take 168.75 is the total of the tennis racket and the bag, right? So it's 2 units plus 1 unit. So we can say that 3 units equals to $168.75. So 1 unit, it will be 168.75 divided by 3. That will give us $56.25. Okay, so that will be part A of the answer. Okay, and next part B, right, is slightly more difficult. Okay, this is actually something similar to a recent PSLE percentage questions. Okay, so it's quite popular. I think it came out like maybe 2 times over the past maybe 5 or 6 years. Okay, so the total discount given for the two items was $31.25. So Mr. Lau was given a 10% discount for the tennis racket. So what was the percentage discount given for the bag? So can you see that the discount for the two items was $31.25. So we can find the discount for the tennis racket. It's actually 10% of the original cost. Okay, so we need to find the tennis racket cost. So tennis racket, it will be 2 units. So 56.25 times 2. We have $112.50. Okay, so this will be the cost of the discounted price of the tennis racket. Okay, and guys, can you see that the discounted price is actually a 10% discount, right? So that means what he paid, right, is 10% discount. That means he only paid for 90%. Okay, so 100%, you take away 10% of discount, you only pay 90%. So this price is actually 90% of the original price. So we can say that 90% is 112.50. And if you want to find 10%, right, which is the discount, that will be 112.50 divided by 9. And I have $12.50. Okay, and the total discount for the two items was $31.25, right? So if the discount for the tennis racket is $12.50, the discount for the bag, in this case, it will be $31.25 minus $12.50. Okay, and that will give us $18.75. Okay, so guys, how do we find the percentage discount given for the bag? Okay, we can follow this formula. Percentage discount equals to, we take the discount given over the original price. Guys, how do we find the original price? We can take the discount plus the discounted price. Okay, so guys, discount plus the discounted price, I will get back the original price and I times 100%. So in this case, it will be $18.75 over $18.75 plus the cost, the discounted price, which is $56.25 times 100%. Okay, it seems a bit complicated, but just use your calculator and everything should be okay. And we will get 25%. Okay, and that's the answer. Okay, it's a bit complicated, but because it's 5 marks. Okay, so please try to understand this.